Welcome to our Midwinter Revels program. As many of you know, we here at First Unitarian Society find ongoing inspiration in forging and reinforcing our shared connections with the natural world, including the cycles of the seasons. Tonight we're delighted to offer our intergenerational celebration of the winter solstice. With the youngest members of our congregation in mind, I want to remind folks of the availability of childcare as needed. All you have to do, it's down the next floor down, go out the door, down the stairs or through the elevator, and then turn to the right if you're on the stairs, or the left if you're on the elevator. And it's the first door on your right. It's that simple. We draw from many timeless traditions here, Saturnalia, Yule, and more, to celebrate the winter solstice. Ancient and long-held midwinter holidays that fall on or near the solstice have always been a time of feasting, revelry, irreverence, and reflection, no matter what the religious or philosophical bent of the time. We here at FUS have adapted these older traditions for contemporary sensibilities. This is, in fact, not new for our congregation. Nearly a century ago, regarding what he called the Midwinter Festival, Reverend Dr. John Dietrich reminded our forebears that, quote, "The particular charm about this festival is that it takes place when nature's face is cold and cheerless. The leaves have fallen from the trees, the earth looks brown and bare, or perhaps is covered with snow and ice. The ground is no longer soft beneath our feet, and the air is no longer mild." but instead a sort of rigidity and harshness and inhospitableness settles down upon the outer world. It's as if nature were aging and fading. It's not a time of rejoicing, but rather of mourning. End quote. Now, while it's easy for us in Minnesota to identify with the barren landscape Dietrich describes, our solstice celebration, we hope, does more than simply help us ignore the weather. In honoring the cycle of the seasons as we do, we're reminded that each season comes with its own beauty and that each is worth celebrating. To walk crunchingly through a silent evening's gentle snowfall, to see the bright sun turn incandescent, a white hillside, to behold the delicate pastels of a winter sunset, each is a moment of magic we can treasure. Winter, then, is a season to welcome, not one merely to overcome. And it is our particular delight to welcome it together. As Dietrich said 99 years ago, quote, "No matter how cold without or how the winds blow, the festive joy is all the same. Systems come and go, religions rise and fall, nations grow and decay, but the human hope and faith and joy, which are the life of the solstice time, these spring eternal in the human breast." End quote. And so we gather this evening in community, as people have been doing for centuries, to celebrate the midwinter season and bring good cheer to one another. Celebrating Yule as a humanistic and universal way to connect with the natural world and each other. So, on with the celebration.
Greetings all this wintertide. Cold winter air has come to bide this season of good cheer and dread, with reason plenty to stay in bed. Oh, what wind I'll blow, or air so slight. I'll have some fun this solstice night. A calm, chill air might greet you fair, or blasting breath in bluster dare. But whether bland or whether bold, I'll blow you in from out of the cold. So welcome wind this winter tide. All season long, I'm at your side.
Hey ho, the sun came slow, the days are short and the nights are long. Still I will be merry. Hey ho, the sun came slow, the days are short and the nights are long. Still I will be merry. Hey ho, hey.
My greetings too this solstice night. The winter sun takes early flight. My shine and shimmer quickly dim. The nights are long, the days are slim. So set your gaze on distant light, sprinkled stars and moonbeams bright. The universe itself ablaze, look well beyond to better days. While solar rays must travel far, light a candle, shine your star. Then welcome back the sun this season, not out of fear, but well-formed reason.
Hey ho, ice and snow, the days are short and the nights are long. Still I will be merry. Hey ho, ice and snow, the days are short and the nights are long. Still I will be merry. Hey ho, hey.
I bring my greetings, cold and clear, water of life and cup of cheer. To bygone days I'll raise a toast. 'Tis wintertime I love to host. For winter wonders I'll perform snow and sleet, the season's norm. an ever-changing substance, the hydrological chameleon, me. I'll freeze the sky and cover the ground. I'll give my all without a sound. So welcome, water, winter's jest, a snowy, icy, slippery mess.
Hey ho, bleak and cold, the days are short and the nights are long. Still I will be merry. Hey ho, bleak and cold, the days are short and the nights are long. Still I will be merry. Hey ho, hey.
My greetings too this solstice night, though winter sun takes early flight. Wrong line. Sorry about that. I thought it wasn't playing. Season's greetings, one and all. So glad you're here and not at the mall. To honor Earth in deep midwinter, crowned by stars above that glitter. And while I lay me down to rest, good people all, come share my best. Ample food and Yule log bring, friends together dance and sing. In winter evergreen I stand to decorate my wonderland. So welcome earth of steadfast beauty, home to all. I am yours truly. Welcome Yule. And all the people said,
Welcome Yule. All hail to the days that merit more praise than all the rest of the year. And welcome the
Children are now welcome to come on up to the front in the first couple of rows here. Also, if anyone is getting restless, we do have childcare downstairs. A reminder. Nice quiet room with no distractions. For those of you who aren't familiar with mumming, it's street theater that's been practiced in Northern Europe in one form or another for centuries. We bring it inside and have adapted it for our purposes as part of a little bit of melodrama going on, and a little bit of reader's theater. But true to its origins, mumming is a people's theater with characteristic social commentary and satire. After the mummers play, children will be given glow sticks and are invited to participate in the light procession if they're interested, and adults, please help them as needed and follow the cues from the mummers who will be up here. Okay, now, are you ready? All right, without further ado, Scrooge and the Night Visitors.
Welcome one and welcome all. Welcome to this festive hall. On this longest solstice night, we'll entertain and make hearts light.
We gather here to bring good cheer with merry folk and friends so dear.
A tale we'll tell for your delight. And now our mummers we invite.
Good evening, Mr. Scrooge. So pleased to meet you. I'm Christine Kringle from the Krampus, Wenceslas, and Kringle Law Firm, here to update your will, as requested.
Who? What? Where's Krampus, the old buzzard who's head of the firm? He's the one who manages all my legal affairs.
I'm Christine Kringle, one of the new junior partners. Mr. Krampus has asked me
A woman lawyer? Oh, bah humbug. Krampus is my man.
This is a very busy time of year for him, Mr. Scrooge, with the holidays and all, and he's asked me...
Holidays? Oh, bah humbug. I didn't think the old codger went in for that nonsense.
Mr. Krampus? Oh, indeed. He's very fond of the holidays and is as busy as ever keeping children in line this time of year.
Well, I suppose somebody's got to do it.
Now, about your will.
Oh, yes, of course. I've been rethinking my plan for the statue.
Ah, yes, that enormous monument to yourself in the town square, with a statue made out of Carrara marble.
Oh, that's right. It would be fabulous. Oh, but the thing is, with all the bad press about statues these days, I thought it was wise to consider some other options.
A jolly good idea. For instance, perhaps you might leave some of your many financial resources to a humanitarian cause. I could help you identify...
Oh, bah humbug! I've got it all figured out. Instead of a monument, it will be a museum about me. The Ebenezer Scrooge Museum. After all, I am very rich and famous.
I see. But you could also provide an endowment to a cause that would benefit others. With all the money you've accrued over the years, you could leave quite a meaningful legacy.
Oh, precisely. And there's nothing people need more today than to be inspired by a life such as my own, for my business acumen, my hard work, and indispensable frugality.
Okay, I can start looking into what that would entail and get back to you. In the meantime, have a holly jolly holiday.
Oh, bah humbug!
Ebenezer Scrooge is a miser and a grouch.
Yet we trot him out each winter.
It's him we love to flout.
Work, his constant pastime, his only vice for sure. He toils away incessantly.
The seasons are a blur.
It shouldn't then surprise us
On this cold and wintry night,
scarfing down his supper, Scrooge soon puts out the light.
we know he will be restless.
His fate is all but sealed.
He's destined for disruption. To his conscience we'll appeal. Scrooge always gets attention.
This time of year, no doubt.
For his story does remind us what the season is about.
Oh, Dasher! Oh, Dancer! Prancer and Vixen! Yoo-hoo! Where are you? Hello? Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen? Are you all gone?
Oh, what's with all the ruckus out here? Oh, can't a fellow get a good night's sleep anymore?
Sorry, but I can't find my friends anywhere.
Oh, no doubt. They're home in bed at this hour of the night. And what's with that get-up? Halloween is long past.
Of course, it's winter now. Duh. Almost the winter solstice when reindeer are out and about.
Oh, bah humbug. I've never seen a reindeer with a red nose.
And I bet you've never seen a reindeer that talks either.
Oh, I know you. You're Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer. Well, you made a wrong turn somewhere, Rudy. There are no deliveries on this block.
I'm looking for my team. I was hoping to go out on a practice run before our big night, but I can't find my friends anywhere.
Face it, Rudy, they ditched you with that ridiculous shiny nose that glows, like a light bulb. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny...
Hey! Don't mock my buddy like that.
Hermie, what are you doing here?
I've been tracking you since you left the North Pole. Came to warn you. It's looking really bleak back home. It's not safe anymore.
Oh, but isn't Rudy here the one with the bright, shiny nose guiding the pack through the storm? Oh.
It's through the fog, mister, not storm. And the problem is the North Pole is having a global warming meltdown.
You mean we're all in danger?
No, nothing but holiday humbug. Not my problem. I'm going back to bed.
Wait a minute. Aren't you Ebenezer Scrooge, the coal tycoon responsible for spewing carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, contributing to this global meltdown?
Oh, what do you know about global meltdowns, Elfie? Stick to your toy making.
Toys are not my strong suit. I'm going to be a dentist. I study science, and as much as I can, I focus on facts.
Burning coal. Are you, Mr. Scrooge? Ruining my homeland? This got to stop, or the North Pole is going to melt away.
And then Rudolph here and all of his reindeer friends will have no place to live.
Oh, bah humbug! Coal has made me a very rich man, and it's my legacy. Now, go away and leave me alone.
Your legacy? That's how you want to be remembered? As someone who hastened the extinction of reindeer and helped destroy the planet?
No, go away, leave me alone. This is nothing but holiday humbug.
Scrooge is in a foul mood.
Just imagine that.
He cannot be much bothered with overwhelming facts. What will it take to move him?
Our heroes are so young.
He's exceptionally stubborn.
How can he be undone? But wait, a storm is brewing.
Things are about to change.
On this solstice night a-coming,
Affairs may rearrange. The winds are blowing madly.
The snow is swirling too.
But when friends stick together, there's nothing they can't do.
Look, Rudolph, it's Frosty.
Hey, Frosty. Good to see you, but what are you doing here?
And what a night to be out.
Perfect for me, actually. I just love a good blizzard. I followed the storm here from the North Pole.
Really? Why?
The weather is too unpredictable to stay in one place anymore. There's a blizzard one day, balmy the next.
Yep, we're in the middle of a global warming meltdown.
But Frosty, you look stuck. What happened?
The wind blew my hat right off, and some guy picked it up and took it in his house. Over there. Now I can't move.
Oh no, that's Ebenezer Scrooge's house.
That coal dealer? We'll just have to go get it from him.
He didn't look very friendly.
He's not, but he can't keep your hat. And we've got to convince him to put a stop to his coal business and get into renewables.
If you say so, Hermie.
Excuse me, but are you having trouble with the old fellow that lives over there?
Bleeping blizzards, ma'am. What are you doing out on a night like this? You people folks should be snuggled up at home by a warm fire.
Had to finish up a few things at work before my holiday break. But don't I know you characters? Frosty, Rudolph, and is it Hermie?
Yep,
That's us.
So good to connect with you. I'm Christine Kringle, just moved into the area recently with a new job, hoping to do some jolly right good around here.
Could you start with the old buzzard who lives over there?
So what's the trouble?
My hat flew off in a big gust of wind, and now that grouch has it.
If Frosty doesn't get their magic hat back, they can't get around anywhere.
And even worse for all of us, that Scrooge is in the coal business, a big-time contributor to global warming.
The ruin of us all.
Yes, it is the existential crisis of our time.
Say what?
The climate crisis, the greatest danger facing the planet.
But right now, I just need my hat back.
Of course. Perhaps we should pay Mr. Scrooge a visit.
Once upon a midnight dreary, while Scrooge pondered, weak and weary, over many bills and records, finally filed in his desk drawer. As he nodded, clearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as someone gently rapping at his chamber door.
"'Tis some animal
He
tapping
muttered.
at my chamber door. Only this and nothing more."
Ah, distinctly he remembered. It was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember shaped its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly he wished the morrow,
Clearly losing his bravado.
vainly struggling with his sorrow.
Sorrow for lost days of yore.
For a rare and poignant moment, Scrooge's heart did leap and soar, recollecting cherished partners.
Novel ventures, brighter futures heretofore.
Then his conscience grew the stronger, vacillating though the longer, contemplating what went wrong with his dim life as a coalmonger. Yes, his legacy disturbed him,
and exceedingly unnerved him.
Still, he could not come to terms with leaving all that well had served him. Nodding, napping, to the tapping, rapping, tapping, so nerve-wracking.
Rousing from this troubled napping,
Scrooge leapt up to send it packing.
Ebenezer Scrooge! Ebenezer Scrooge! You have some visitors on this auspicious solstice night.
Solstice night? Oh, bah humbug! Who cares a night like any other?
It's Christine Kringle, remember me? Perhaps it's a good time to talk about your will?
Oh, is that what all the commotion is about? Have you got it done already?
Not exactly, but I have a few more questions for you, and some folks I'd like you to meet. May we come in?
Oh, ye God! You're keeping company with those characters? Wait, and who's that?
It's Frosty!
Oh, well, it certainly is. Brrr. Now stop letting in that wintry wind and shut the door behind you.
If only we could. Frosty here is incapacitated without that black hat you found earlier today.
Oh, this old thing. Finders, keepers.
Really, Mr. Scrooge?
Very well. Whatever.
Much obliged, sir. Whee!
Just don't melt in my house and get water everywhere.
his meltdown would be nothing compared to the meltdown that's happening now at the polar caps.
Actually, I'm fine for the moment. It's quite nippy in here, if I do say so myself.
Yes, waste not, want not. How do you think I made my fortune?
About that fortune, Mr. Scrooge.
No fortune indeed. Coal rocks my world.
Well, sir, those rocks are having a negative impact on the environment.
It's called global warming, you know.
Warming, schwarming, bah humbug, and nobody likes the cold anyway.
Apparently, you do.
And I do too. I depend on the cold for my very existence. After all, I'm a person of snow.
The person of snow?
Snowman is very binary. So 20th century. Me and my kin prefer person of snow.
Well, you still look like a snowman to me. The kind I played with when I was a child.
We still could be buddies.
You were a kid once? No way. More like Frosty the Coal Man.
Don't crack me up, smarty pants.
It's the North Pole that's cracking up with the ice sheets melting.
And putting the homeland and lives of Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, and Vixen,
Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen,
And me.
at risk.
Okay. You've made your point.
And what would the winter holidays be without the cold and snow? These make for a holly jolly season.
Holly? Jolly?
When everyone loves to go gliding across the ice on an awesome sleigh ride.
Oh, a sleigh ride. Oh, I remember a long time ago when...
Children love to play in the snow and fill the neighborhood with snow people of every shape and size.
I once made such a huge snowman. It was so big that...
No person.
Face it, Mr. Scrooge, your coal industry is warming the planet, ruining winter, and wreaking havoc on the biosphere.
Jeopardizing life as we know it. Surely you don't want that to be your legacy.
My legacy? Well, yeah, as it happens, I'm not selling as much coal as I used to. All this environmental humbug.
Enough with the humbug.
Our lives are
in danger
now.
And all this past year, folks have been fighting the wildfires of a parched planet, not looking to heat their homes with coal.
Coal is history, Mr. Scrooge. But with your fortune, you could invest in renewables.
Or create an endowment for environmental research. Think about it, Mr. Scrooge. You have the opportunity to leave a very different legacy.
Scrooge closed the door, said farewell to his guests, sat down by the fire, put his humbug to rest.
He sat there puzzling and puzzling some more.
How could he change now? Could he have an encore? He thought of his youth, and for all he had wished. He thought about friendships and the fun he had missed. He pondered his choices o'er the course of his life.
And puzzled and pondered how to live with less strife.
Yes, he puzzled 3 hours, at least, maybe more. He puzzled all night till his puzzler was sore.
And then Scrooge thought of something he hadn't before.
Could he use his resources to do so much more? The climate was changing. He couldn't deny that. Then he thought about Frosty and that magical hat.
And Rudolph and Hermie. It's all just kids' play.
But they taught him some lessons at the end of the day.
Father Winter, woo-hoo! Am I ever glad to see you?
Well, hello, Frosty, and look who else is here. Hermie and Rudolph. By Jove, that's grand.
Hello, everyone. Am I late? I had to check on all of my luminaries this blustery night.
Of course, it's not a solstice celebration without your candlelight. Welcome, Santa Lucia. Now the festivities can begin.
And look, it's Ebenezer Scrooge. Such a delight to have you join us this evening. And who's your friend here?
Oh, Christine Pringle, my attorney. She's been working with me on my...
Working? Give it a rest, old chap. It's the solstice. Time for some serious R&R. That's what we do on the longest night.
To be fair, Mr. Scrooge and I were not exactly working. We were reflecting on his legacy and updating his will.
Really now? There's an idea for ruminating by the old Yule log.
And get this, Mr. Scrooge has come around.
Come around?
Yes, he's going to transition his coal business into renewables.
And create an endowment for sustainable energy research.
How appropriate and timely at the winter solstice. Going solar, are we, Mr. Scrooge?
Well, hold on. How about wind power? You can't beat the great north wind, or the westerlies, and the easterlies, and then there's the Santa Ana winds, and then there's the trade winds.
Oh, yes, we've got it. The point being, here, now, at the winter solstice, it's the great, glorious turning of the earth and our lives.
The cycle of the seasons, and the reason for the season.
The reason for the season? Hey, everyone, that's the axial tilt.
Whoa, the axial tilt.
Yep, the reason for the season.
Can you feel it? The earth slowly turning back towards the light.
Nature's promise.
Never fails.
Though winter will rattle your bones,
it can also warm your heart.
And freeze you cold.
But lift your spirits.
And knock you to your senses.
With a little rumination and reflection.
And a dose of reality.
To bring you lots of jolly good joy.
winter slows everything down, so you have time to reflect on what really matters.
And who really matters.
My reindeer friends really matter. And I don't know what happened to them.
Well, tonight we will sing and dance and be fortified by food and drink and the good company of our friends.
And celebrate the promise of returning light.
Then tomorrow, we'll assemble a search party and go look for them all.
Dasher and Dancer.
Prancer and Vixen.
Comet and Cupid.
And Donner and Blitzen.
With Rudolph in the lead.
Hooray! Happy Winter Solstice!
There is a pause now, this quiet solstice time, before light slowly lengthens. The temptation to count the days, to hold our breath until daylight stretches into evening, early morning forcing back the darkness. What a relief it will be, these light-starved bodies to see again, no longer fumbling in darkness. Still, somewhere deep inside, past resistance and reason, you know this darkness too is your home. Your soul knows night is the place of dreams. Far beyond what seeing eyes call horizon, night eyes know no such boundary. So on these long nights of winter solstice, may you find your wildest dreams walking companionably alongside you, having waited for you all this time to turn toward darkness and find not fear, but peace and courage and wild abandon toward a life ready to be lived.
It's a wonder of winter when ice crystals form high in the sky on a cold winter's morn. Watch the magic of winter as some crystals fall, drifting down from the clouds, the delight for us all. Midwinter solstice comes once in a year. Take time to reflect, to find peace of mind, while the earth keeps on spinning and spinning around. Be ever gentle, be ever so kind. It's green of winter, the quiet, the calm, a flake of your beauty I catch in my palm. I'm in awe, its shimmer, its intricate form, by the warmth of my breath. In an instant, it's gone. One snowflake in a trillion, I wonder what it's worth. Like a snowdrift on the meadow, I wonder, will peace ever blanket the this winter, that peace blanket the earth, peace blanket
This year, I do not want the dark to leave me. I need its wrap of silent stillness, its cloak of long-lasting embrace. Too much light has pulled me away from the chamber of gestation. Let the dawns come late, let the sunsets arrive early, let the evenings extend themselves, while I lean into the abyss of my being. Let me lie in the cave of my soul, for too much light blinds me, steals the source of revelation.
Winter brings rest and renewal. It's a pause in the great eternal cycle of the seasons. It's a time of gestation, of revelation, and a catalyst for regeneration. Looking inward, we reflect on our connections to one another and our commitment to the larger world. Looking outward at the vast crystal night, we ponder the fragility and preciousness of our planet. In our ruminations, we may discover gifts of contentment and rejuvenation that will help sustain us in the coming year. Together now, let us acknowledge some of the many gifts of the season by responding to each phrase that I'm going to say with the words, simple gift, lasting treasure. Are you ready? So it's simple gift, lasting treasure. Crisp, clear nights sprinkled with stars.
Simple gifts, lasting treasures.
Our allies, the trees, evergreen sentinels, and barren winter sculptures, beautiful and life-giving.
Simple gifts, lasting treasures.
Social gatherings with family and friends.
Simple gifts, lasting treasures.
The spirit of generosity, our ability and resolve to give of ourselves and of our resources.
Simple gifts, lasting treasures.
Our furry and feathered companions who provide comfort and delight.
Simple gifts, lasting treasures.
Music and art that inspires and enriches our lives.
Simple gifts, lasting treasures.
And returning sunlight, beckoning a new year full of promise and hope.
Simple gifts, lasting treasures.
So may it be.
Bright morning star arising, bright morning star arising, bright morning star arising. Day's a breaking in my soul.
The wheel of life is turning, the wheel of life is turning, the wheel of life is turning. Days are breaking in my soul.
gathered, now we part. Nature's imprint on your heart, with earth's beauty, pine and holly, hope is evergreen and jolly.
Outside, snow and ice may rule, but inside here, libations fuel warmth and joy for all good ends. A good night toast to you, my friends.
It's long past time to say farewell, yet turning earth will soon dispel these darkest hours of winter's night and bring me back to glorious light.
And now I too must say goodnight. My chilly air's not meant to spite, but bring good neighbors all together to fend against fierce wither winter. Good Yule! And all the people said, Good Yule!
1, 2, 3, 4.
And it ain't over yet. Head downstairs for dessert, music, and dancing.